Good morning! A little bit of a late start today. I'm being lazy. No, I had a lot going on at home. And so we're just getting here. But anyway, we've got the planter loaded up. We've got a fresh load of fertilizer on. And I've got 10 bags of seed. But it's technically 3 different. Now, it's 2 different varieties, and then the one variety has 2 different treatments. So it's all in bags. I've got them up there on the platform. I put the 4 bags of the one variety in. We're going to go plant that out. It's the only 4 bags of this variety that I got this year, so we're using them as trial units next to proven performers that we really like, that we planted yesterday. And then we've got seed treatment trial we're going to put right next to that. And then we'll figure out how much we need to finish the field. So we've got enough fertilizer to do this field, the rest of this field, and probably the next field as well. Oh, my pliers. Yeah, let's go. Better fill up the fuel tank and the def tank before we head to the field here this morning. Phil's out looking at fields, trying to figure out if and where he can go anywhere to go disc and get ready to plant some beans. We're down to the last 2 groups of fields here. Let's see, the one field's 82 acres, and then there's 65 acres and 15 acres, and those are all right along the river, the stuff that flooded like 3-4 weeks ago now and just hasn't quite dried out yet. And then we've got 90 acres over that way and another 32 that are just some of the poorer, wetter farms. But they might actually go. We'll see. See what he figures out. Dad's in the field cultivator. He's getting our next field ready for us just right here up on the corner. So that when we get the 50 acres or so that we've got ready to go, planted, we'll have somewhere else to go. All right. Fueled up, juiced up, fertilizered up, seeded. Enough to plant for a little while. Let's go plant. Well, the dirt on my window won't let me you see it, but Dad's working out there. He did a pretty good job around these electric poles here for having a 45-foot wide field cultivator and not much space. These are real fun to plant, let me tell you. Can't get the planter between the poles and the road. It's a super pain in the butt. We'll get him. Anyway, he's out there. You can kind of see him. This is where we go after we finish the field we're in and the next field that we've got. All right, we are back to planting. Unfortunately, where we left off last night, I had to do these end rows kind of first thing here. I still got a pass to do along that side of the trees, but because I have a variety that I'm trying really hard to get a good look at, and I don't want it to all be end rows. Nope, not that one. This one. We're going to just plant until it's gone out here so that and then we'll fill that. Just don't want me to forget to fill that spot in. That's what I'm afraid is. I'll forget. But our seed bins are almost empty and I don't want to waste all my seed on edges. Okay, let's keep moving here. We should get at least a round, maybe a round and a half of this, what's in here. By the way, today is my dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Dad. He's working ground and we're planting corn on his birthday, and that's always a good day for him when we're planting corn on his birthday. So I'd let him run the corn planter if he wanted to, but I don't think he does. Well, we made it farther than I thought we would. We got about 2 full rounds plus another pass and went to here. I think we're empty though. Yep. Real empty. All right. So now we're going to put this stuff in. These are seed treatment trial bags. It's a hybrid that was new last year that we know, or new this year, I guess. 10U97. These are just standard 10U97. The treatment on it is Viantis, Vibrant Cinco, Cruiser 500. That's essentially what comes on all of our corn. So we're going to put these in this side. Oh, it's all red. No green in that one. So, okay, so there's our 3 bags of that. Now we have 3 bags of same hybrid. It's still 10U97, but this has got the same treatment here. Viantis, Vibrant Cinco, Cruiser 500 with the addition of Epivio, What is a PVO?
I'm gonna go make a phone call and so I can explain it better to you, and then we'll talk about it.
I got the strip along the trees. I remembered to do it. Now that we've got a little bit more in here, although this is still, you know, trial stuff, but this should go a little ways. All right, I made a phone call about Epivio, and I'm gonna get a sheet on it or a little bit more information, so maybe we'll talk about it more later. But Epivio is a seaweed extract that we are adding to seed now. So seaweed extracts have been used in ag for a long time. It's not anything new or uncommon. I've heard of them. I don't know that I've ever used much of them or played with it much, but it's definitely something that I've heard of guys doing for years. And apparently they have now put it into a seed treatment formulation, and that's what we have got on this seed. So it's supposed to be energy source or something along those lines. I don't know. I'll see what this sheet says and if I can get any more information on it. I actually have a jug in my seed warehouse of the over treatment. So I got that a while ago. I have not used it yet, but I have enough to treat a full box of corn with this Epivio. And the jug that I have actually has some other stuff in it. It's got some additional fungicides and stuff to try and just be better for the corn. I don't know. We're going to try that too. And I'm hoping that I can find a spot to do a good side-by-side with that. The problem with corn is when you treat a full box, it's hard to do side-by-sides. So anyway, that's I'm hoping, again, I'm not hoping it rains tonight, but if it rains tonight, we'll have some time tomorrow that we can just mess around with treating a box of corn and doing some of that kind of stuff. Got a little bit of a muck pocket here. So a few years ago, Dad kind of mined out the muck from that hole. It holds water now, and drug it up onto the hills. Like all that black dirt over there, that's not really black dirt under there, but it helps. It helps. So that our black dirt is not like Iowa black dirt, right? It's a little bit different. These are muck pockets. Essentially, you get big holes like that, and they were formed when the glaciers came through here about 10,000 years ago. As they were receding, they would have giant chunks of ice that would break off and form a depression in the ground, and then that would hold water, and it turned into a swamp, and it was high activity and you know, aquatic life, plants, seaweed, all that kind of stuff. And now there's super high organic matter. If you dig out there, you'll find chunks of limbs and trees and all kinds of stuff in it. It's not uncommon to find just laying on the surface sometimes. So the organic matter in this black dirt, if you find the right spots, it's in the like 40 to 50% range. It's extremely high. It's not exactly Iowa black dirt. It's muck, it's soft, it can be very difficult to farm, but it grows really good corn. Crappy beans, but good corn. We are just about out of seed again. We've got up to behind that house. We got a little bit more to plant over there. Phil was driving by in the Gator. He was checking the field over there to see if he could go in discus. So I called him and said, hey, I need to ride back to the farm rail real quick. So he's going to take me back. We're going to grab the seed tender because it's not just this. We also have the field across the road that we're going to plant. So I can figure out what we want to plant in there and what I want to use to finish this. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay, well, here's where we're at. This box is empty. I need a box of 10L, which is this, which we have not used any of yet, for the field Dad's just finishing up now. We need, I'm supposed to use some out of this box, a little bit that's left down in there, to finish this field. This is also the same variety that we have in the planter now. It was those trial bags. So I could use that. I only need enough for 10 acres. That's only like 4 bags. I could scoop it out of here and just throw 4 bags in the back of the truck, throw that box on the tender, and take it with me. Or I have these other bags that I didn't use the other day that is a different variety. It's 108 day, but we could throw those in to finish this field. And then we have 4 different varieties down there. So what? But that just makes it hard to, yeah. Well, nothing's consistent when you do that, so. I'm I'm gonna look at my sheet again on where the different varieties are supposed to be going, and we'll try and figure it out from there. But maybe we'll use some of this. That's what I'm leaning towards. Nope, change of plans. Okay, so the field that Dad's in now gets this box. The next two after that get this box. They're the same. I could put 2 boxes in. I could put 2 boxes in and just keep planting all the way across there. We're gonna put this one in, all of it, plant it out, and then we're gonna put those in and plant them out. And we're gonna just call an audible. All right, we got our seed tender. We're over here. I planted until we ran out of that trial stuff. And now we're gonna top it off. Same variety, so we don't have to worry about getting it super empty. Not concerned. There should be about 14 units worth of seed in that box, and we're gonna put it all in. We'll plant the rest of what we need here, and then we'll plant what we can across the road, and then we'll put the full box in. Finished! Okay, we got that one done. We're gonna jump across the road here. I think I can do this without folding up. And we're gonna plant this field. Now, we won't be able to get it all done with the seed in the hopper, but we've got another box right there, so cool. We're gonna start on the other side. There's Dad. So we are, like I said, all of our stuff here is all real close. We got 2 fields that are down the road. Everything else I can get to without folding the planter up if I want to. So yeah, keep marching our way across. We're getting these end rows done. This one's only 31 acres. This won't take very long at all. Got things dialed in pretty good here. Finally got a round seed. 99.6. Those are all good numbers. Okay, well, this isn't going to take long, like I said. We've already got 11 acres done of the 30. Worth noting that this field's got a lot more green plant material residue out here than pretty much anything else we have planted. This was a wheat field last year. Had chicken litter spread on it, but it had some volunteer wheat growing after we sprayed it last fall and then ran the disc ripper through it and stuff, but some of the wheat sprouted after that, and so it was growing, starting to get big here this spring, which is why Dad made it a priority yesterday to get over here with the field cultivator and rip it out. Probably took most of it out, not all of it. Some of it will come back, but our corn herbicide should take care of any of that isn't going to die from the field cultivator. So not a big deal. It wasn't too clumpy or big for it to go through the field cultivator and leave a good finish, so we didn't feel like we needed to work it a second time. And my row cleaner should move any of it in the rows out of the way so that it's not a problem for our openers. Alright, we are out of seed, so unfortunately pulling that tank, I have to fold up to use the seed tender to get close enough for the auger, so it's alright. It's not that big a deal. We'll walk over here and get this. We're going to put that full box of 10L16 in. And we've got another box of that we're probably going to put in right behind it. Could put them both in. No, it's all right. No big deal. We're going to run out of fertilizer before we get out of this box empty anyway. So maybe we'll throw the second one in when we go back to reload fertilizer. I would say that tank is about empty now. We weren't going very far on what's in there, but I've got 300 gallons on the planter, or 275, so we'll finish this field up at least. Should have plenty of pop-up in there yet to do that. Oh, this is gonna plant good. Nice round seeds. Yep. Got 2 boxes of it too, that's good. See where I had a rock stuck in a row there? Yeah, happens. Anyway, we're on the last little sliver here. Finish this up. We got her done. I'm trying to debate whether we go back and fill fertilizer now or I should plant until something actually runs out and then go back and fill up. I think we're going to do that just because of the fact that I'm going to need as much as we can get to keep going after that, so we might as well be relatively empty, which we're not that far off of empty, but we're not empty. This field, there's 128 acres in, and as long as the rain holds off, we'll get it done, no problem. I decided to come over to the far side of the field from where we just were, because this is the side with those electric poles I was showing you earlier, and I would much rather do a little pole dancing while we're light and my big tank is empty, rather than when it is full and harder to back up and harder to move and all of that stuff. So we're gonna get this first pass or two along the road planted here while we still got some fertilizer. The first two we can sneak through between the road ditch and the poles. The rest of them, I don't think we can do that. We've got to pull up to them, lift up, back up, go around, set the planter down, and keep going. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I like to do, because I can plant right up to the pole and then I can back up enough, but it takes a long time for the planter to get square. So rather than having a bunch of crooked rows, we wait until the planter is square, and then we drop it and plant up to the next pole. And now I am turning around, like I've already planted this. So we are good and square here. We're gonna drop it in using our map to see where we've planted before and where we haven't. So now this is not planted, and we'll do the same thing. We'll plant up to this pole and kind of fill in our gap. It means that I leave as little as possible. This is the one field, well, yeah, this is the spot where 24-row planter is a little bit of a disadvantage. Now, it's a pain in the butt to plant around these poles with a 16-row planter too, but I can at least get one pass along the road with a 16-row, and then the second pass swerves around them, kind of like we did the other day where we do I did 12 and 12, but in that case you would do 8 rows on one side of the poles, 8 rows on the other, and yeah. This one wasn't so bad. You know, watch your wheels in the ditch over there so you're not bouncing them into the road. Now on our second pass, we should only have to swerve around 2 or 3 of them here, but these are much easier because we have room. These are the same electric poles that 2 years ago when we had a big ice storm come through. Like, every one of these poles in this half-mile stretch, every single one of these poles was broken, or the cross member was broken, or the wires came off. But would have been a perfect time to move them over 55 feet and put them along the road. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Nope, can't be done. Well, we are empty. Farm's right there. We're gonna go back and fill up. Question is, can I make it out of this driveway? It's not real wide, and there's a stop sign on the other side of the road to prevent me from swinging out super wide. We're gonna get on the best angle that we can and bounce our tank through the ditch if we have to. Dad called me. He said he's got a wheel bearing out on our field cultivator, so he's working on fixing that, which is not great, but is what it is. What are you gonna do? Any cars coming? No. Oh yeah, made it. No problem. Look at that. Alright, let's go. There's the carnage. The spindle is bad because apparently the wheel bearing's been out for a little while. That's how this happens sometimes. So we got to take this whole walking tandem assembly out. Gets to use the big new impact.
You pushed your bowl out.
Yep. Go again. All right. Parts here. We can get them all, but they're not close. They're in Hastings, which is about a 2-hour drive. So Dad's gonna go. Oh, I gotta have him drop me off at my seat tender. Dad brought me over to get my seat tender here. Yeah, he bought himself a birthday present a couple weeks ago. Remember that day I dropped him off at the Chevy dealer? Yeah. We'll look at it sometime. So I'm getting ready for, to load the planter up and everything here. We've got my empty bags. We've got another box, this box, of the same hybrid, same everything that we just put in the planter. And so what I want to do here, I have another product that I'm gonna try and test. I do lots of this stuff, but so I'm a dealer for Sound Ag. They sell the Source product that I've been using. They came out with something new this year called Blueprint. Blueprint is an AMF, or a mycorrhizal fungi, and I chose the powder version instead of the liquid version because it was easier for me to handle. And essentially, there's a bunch of spores of these things, whatever they are, mycorrhizal fungi, that we need to get on the seed. Now, one packet does 40 acres, so you need 3 packets to a box. Look at how full that box is. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice big round seed. Anyway, we're going to pour those 3 packets on top of this box. We're then going to dump this box into this box, and then we're going to put this box on my tender and put it in the planter when the planter is empty. It should give us a pretty good test. I'm going to shut the door so it's not so windy and it doesn't blow that dust right in my face when I go to put it in this box. Well, that's what it looks like. I could put it through the talc applicator, but I'd have to mix it with the talc and stuff, so this is just easier. All right, we put that in there. It looks like that. Now we're going to transfer it over to this other box. Should mix it in fairly well, and by the time we get it into the planter, it will be thoroughly mixed. Loading the fertilizer up now. We're going to be heavy again. We can get enough fertilizer on for the rest of this field, so we're going to go ahead and put enough fertilizer on for the rest of this field. But we're going to be pretty full. The in-furrow tank that we're filling now is going to be 550 out of 600 probably, close to 600 gallons in there. This one here we're going to put 1,500 in. We could pump some of it up front to spread the weight out a little bit more if we want, but yeah, that's how much we need. Just looked at my weather app. They've taken the rain out for today. It's apparently passed and gone. We're not going to get it, so that's good. I was counting on it raining tonight because I got other stuff I need to do, but with the field cultivator being down, we might have some time anyway. So, all right, that's good. We'll go get this last 100 acres, or a little over 100 that we can do yet done. Then we got to wait for our parts to come, or for Dad to get back anyway. See it? It's a woodchuck. I could probably run him down if I wanted to, chase him around the field with 1,500 gallons of fertilizer trailing me. Don't really want to do that. He's gonna get away this time. Man, big open fields and fast big planters are so much fun. We're flying across here. It is very, very windy outside today, but yeah. 24 rows at 9 miles an hour. We just go. So we've made it up to the woods. Got that much of it done. Planter's working well. 99.3, 99.2, 3 singulation is awesome. I'm really happy with how everything is running. 100%. It's 100%, but it's yellow. It's that one row. Got too much downforce. Come on, go green. I don't worry about that one too much. As long as these 3 are really good. I mean, I want that one to do good, but it's 100%. Like, come on, it's good. Now it's red. Now it's even worse. It's fine. Our 2x2 fertilizer is working good. You can see up here, this monitor, everything is great. That one's a big. I really like this on-site system. Like, you can really see the variation in them. It's helped me catch things that I would not have caught without it, so that thing is awesome. My in-furrow is working relatively well. We're going to talk sometime about those seed firmers that we put on. I'm not a huge fan of them, but we won't worry about that today. I've got them working as good as I can. Ooh, getting a few raindrops. Anyway, I got a seed bin low warning, but only on one side. I think we're a little uneven, so we're going to go level them out. Well, there's a little storm popping up here. We might get rained out. Looks like it's raining really hard over there. I still got dust. We're going to keep going if we can. I'd like to finish planting this field, but you can only do what you can do. So, the rule with planting in the rain. Don't do it. Now, the rule is that once it starts sticking to our gauge wheels, we're done. So I'm watching those gauge wheels really closely right now in behind the row cleaners, and as soon as I see dirt starting to stick to them, starting to build up on them, at that point, we lose our depth control. We got a little dike there we got to plant around. Zoom out so you can see. But yeah, at that point we lose our depth control and we start planting shallow and not doing a good job. You can still see we still got dust, not what it was 5 minutes ago, but it is still dust. But it's still raining too, so I don't know. This may be a situation of you take an hour break and then you come back and finish it too. Well, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but the rain has not let up. I can just start to see a little bit of mud sticking to my gauge wheels. Got water dripping off the cab. It's not bad yet, but it's not going to get better here. Still looks like rain that way. It's definitely not raining that way. You can't see. Yeah, we're going to finish this pass and then we're going to head back to the farm. Bummer! It's getting worse! Sticking to my tires now. Yep, that last quarter of a pass there made a big difference in how much stuff was sticking. Still had dust. I still had dust when we were finishing up though. It's raining. Yeah, now it's done raining. The sun's coming out. Blue skies. Look at that. Oh well. Wonder if Brock's gonna have to quit. He was running a disc just down the road. We had a field of that wheat stubble, volunteer wheat in it that I thought maybe we should work that down. Ah! Maybe we'll go back in a couple hours. We'll see, but gonna have to air out now. Let the top dry off. Well, according to the rain gauge, we had 600ths. So I don't know if it'll dry out enough for us to get back at it tonight or not, but tomorrow looks to be a nice day. It's gonna be cooler, but sunny, and we should be able to do something tomorrow. So we'll wait for Dad to get back with our field cultivator parts. You can see the old hub here. That's not good. You know what else isn't good? This part. This part's not good. It's not supposed to be worn like that. Well, we've been working on our field cultivator for a little while. We're still waiting for Dad to get back with some parts, but it turns out there was another wheel bearing that was not as bad, but it was not in great shape, and we had the parts to fix it, so we fixed it. And it's been probably an hour and a half since we got that rain. The sun's been shining, it's super windy. Ground is dry on top. We're gonna go finish. Ooh, I am dirty. How about that? We've got about an hour and a half before birthday dinner for Dad and cake, so we gotta go get this done. Well, according to the most recent work, it was 3:38 when we quit here. It's now 5:45, so it's been 2 hours. But it's dried off. Our dust is back. All the mud that had stuck to my gauge wheels falls off as soon as you set the planter in the ground. So, good to go. We got to finish up the middle here. Should have enough fertilizer. Probably don't have enough seed, but Phil's around the farm. He said he would bring tender over if I called him. So, we're going to plant this out and see how much we need left, but the next two fields are these two right next door here, and they're getting the same variety, so I think we're just going to throw the whole box in. So as much as I don't really care for these seed firmers that I'm running, one good thing that has happened is I have not picked up as many rocks in my closing wheels. Like that. This is just the second one of the planting season that I've had to get out of the cab for. I've had a few other ones, but they usually clear themselves pretty quickly. That was a pretty good one, though. Time for some seed. So this is the box we put that powder on. It's very powdery. Very powdery. Alright, well, that's what they said to do. We've got less than 10 acres to go. Like 2 rounds. 2 rounds. I ran out of fertilizer, dang it. The 2x2 fertilizer tank is empty. I could just plant it without it, but because I got this blueprint powder on, it'll skew my results. I don't really want to do that. We're coming right back here tomorrow to keep working, so we're just gonna say close enough. We'll finish that gap tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine. Plus, I've got about 7 minutes until pizza is ready for Dad's birthday. He didn't want to do a big birthday dinner tonight, so Mom's like, all right, well, we're going to get pizza and do cake then. So we're going to do that. Got our new spindle and hub for this side. Oh, I got trying to get it all put back together. Waiting for Grandma to get back with the pizza. All right. Well, I'm not going back to that field tonight. Like I said, we'll do it tomorrow. I'm within 10 acres of where the field cultivator is. So I'm going to have some time in the morning anyway. Which isn't a bad thing because I got some seed I could deliver. Maybe I'll do that in the morning. Getting cool. Cold front's going to blow through here. It's going to be chilly tomorrow.
Happy birthday
to Grandpa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandpa. Happy birthday to you. Brr, it's getting cold. I bet the temperature has dropped 20 degrees in the last 2 hours. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Have a great night. We're quitting a little early tonight. Brock will be back tomorrow. He's going to jump in the field cultivator and keep that moving for us. And then we'll keep planting late morning, early afternoon. We'll get back to planting and see how much we can get done tomorrow. There's 9 acres left in that field, plus we've got a 62 and a 65 acre piece right next door that I would like to get done, and then we'll see where we go from there. So anyway, have a great night. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up the video, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. See you in the morning.